So, all glories to Guru and Gauranga. We continue here with chapter 10 summary of Bhagavad Gita by Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. That is chapter 11 actually. Vishvarup Darshan Yoga. Yoga through beholding Sri Bhagavan's universal form. So God's universal form. This chapter reveals the Vishvarup of Bhagavan, means the universal form, is Mayika, is eternal. His Svarup, personal form, is Aprakrita Naravapu, transcendental and human-like. Only devotees whose eyes are anointed with prem or divine love can have darshan or audience vision of his rasik shekhar form, means the form in which he is enjoying ras. Bhagavan is only attained by Ananya Bhakti Yoga, means one-pointed Bhakti Yoga. Chapter 12. Bhakti Yoga. Yoga through pure devotional service. This chapter explains that Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna, means the original personality of God, head Sri Krishna, is the supreme reality, and that he is the topmost object of the jivas or the soul's exclusive worship. Devotees or bhaktas who are endowed with eikantic bhakti, one-pointed devotion, are most dear to him, and one can easily attain Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality, by Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion. Nirvishesh Brahmabadis receive only misery. Chapter 13. Prakrita Purush Vibhag Yoga. Yoga through understanding the distinction between material nature and the enjoyer. This chapter gives deep insight into material nature, Prakriti, and the conscious living entity, Purush. Through this discussion, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality, bestows Tattva Gyan, or realized knowledge, on his surrendered devotees, and thus delivers them from the ocean of the material world. When Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion, arises in the heart, the secondary result is the natural appearance of knowledge and renunciation. However, in order to make one's understanding of Bhakti Tattva, the truth of devotion, strong and firm, it is still necessary to deliberate on Gyan and Vigyan, knowledge and realization. When a bhakta has attained, when a devotee has attained Tattva Gyan, realized knowledge, he becomes qualified to attain Prema Bhakti, pure loving devotion. Chapter 14. Guna Traya Vibhag Yoga. The yoga of understanding the three modes of material nature. An analytical study of this chapter leads to the understanding that this material world develops simply by the action and interaction of the three material gunas, or material modes, sattva, rajas, and tamas. So sattva means rajas means passion, tamas is ignorance. So the sadhakas, or the practitioners who perform bhakti yoga, can easily cross over these three modes of material nature and finally become qualified to attain the Supreme Personality. Chapter 15. Purushottam Yoga. Yoga through understanding the Supreme Person. The material world extends from the lower to the higher planetary systems. Souls are separated parts or vibhinangshas of Sri Bhagavan. Those who are opposed to the Supreme Personality are bound by their karma and wander in various higher and lower species of life. However, one may, by great fortune, attain the mercy of a genuine guru and completely engage in the service of Sri Krishna, knowing that he alone is the Purushottama. The Bhaktas' absorption in their performance of seva or service, bhajan, makes them aware of everything. They can then easily cross over the ocean of the material world. Chapter 16. Daiva Sura Sampan Yoga, the yoga of discerning the divine and demonic qualities. This chapter explains the Daivic or godly and asuric or demonic natures. The soul who is bewildered by the Supreme Personality's Maya is controlled either by divine or by demonic qualities. When one takes shelter of the divine nature, he becomes inclined towards the service of the Supreme. Bhagavad Gita. Those who adopt the demoniac nature, however, become opposed to the Supreme, and as a result go to hell. Those of a demoniac nature preach Mayavad, impersonalism. It is necessary to become freed from this demoniac tendency. This can be achieved by performing service to the Supreme with faith in the association of pure devotees. Shuddha Bhaktas. Chapter 17. Shraddha Tri Vibhag Yoga, yoga through discerning the three types of faith. This chapter explains the three types of Shraddha, faith. A person develops Shraddha, faith, in that which is sattvic, rajasic or tamasic. So, again we have sattva, regulated principle, rajas, the passion, and ignorance principle, according to his association and the nature he has acquired from his previous impressions, samskars. Nirgun Shraddha means Shraddha beyond the material nature, appears in the soul's heart when he has, in the living entity's heart, when he has the association of pure devotees of the Supreme Lord. He can then perform service of Nirgun Sri Hari, means the Supreme Personality, that is beyond the material nature. Such devotees are the real sadhus or real saints. Chapter 18. Moksha Yoga, the yoga of liberation. This chapter explains the essence of the entire Gita. First, Sri Krishna is identified as the highest Bhagavad Tattva, the highest truth of the Supreme Personality. And then the most confidential instruction is given. It is explained that one can attain Rasamaya Seva, means service filled with transcendental tastes, to him in his supreme abode by following the sequence of first, surrendering to him, second, practicing the 9 limbs of devotion, Navada Bhakti, and third, accepting the shelter of Bhav Bhakti, means the sentiments of the transcendental sentiments of devotion. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. Jai Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai.